with meteorologist Julia Blanchett.
It's with a heavy heart we take a look at our sunrise this morning. Right at the 6:30 mark, we are looking at nothing but haze and smoke. This is Mount Garfield in the distance, a really interesting color gradient outside, and a really hard time seeing some of those distant mountains and book cliffs. We are again seeing heavy smoke across the Grand Valley. Wildfires are something that we're all becoming unfortunately familiar with. It's already warm this morning, but the air quality is expected to again be really compromised. As you can see, visibility is definitely reduced, and wildfire smoke should be diminishing the quality of your air for Mesa County, Montrose County, Delta County, along with portions of Gunnison and even portions of San Miguel County. We have lots of active wildfires, and only one of those fires has made any progress in terms of containment. We have about 7% containment down here at a Deer Creek fire, and all of the other fires, on the other hand, are still considered to be active. So unfortunately, we are keeping an eye on all those things. These particular air quality alerts expire as of 9 a.m. today, but they will more than likely be renewed right after. If we take a peek at wildfire risk for the rest of the day, unfortunately, it doesn't disappear today either. It is going to be about a 5 out of a 0 to an 8+ scale in the Montrose area. You can see we're almost over halfway, and Montrose could reach that 5 zone, which is around 3 p.m. That's because we could get a little bit of wind kicking into the area, which would only worsen pre-existing wildfires. But nonetheless, Grand Junction and Glenwood Springs at the 3 o'clock hour are seeing a 3 on that risk scale, so that is unideal. But we're also really dry. We've been dry for an extensive period of time, and we've been talking about that almost all year. We've been talking about a lot of things, how we've been way above average for our temperatures, how our drought conditions are very severe, and we haven't seen a lot of moisture, and how the amount of moisture we've seen since the start of the year, so since January, is really low. Since January, including snow, rain, and anything in between, we've only seen about 2.7 inches, 3.7 inches of moisture to date, and that date is today. And our normal for the end of June, so just a couple weeks ago, should have been around 4.16 inches, and the end of July, a couple weeks from now, we should be at 4.75 inches. It's very unlikely that we make any progress to reaching this goal. We could make a little bit more moisture hit the ground in the next few weeks, but we will likely not see much of this moisture, at least bringing us back to normal, which means all of the vegetation in western Colorado is drying out and dying. And we also saw a really warm trend in the early spring, which kept our temperatures 10 to 15 degrees above average. And with that being said, all the snowpack we did have in the mountains, it melted abnormally fast, leaving us with little to no moisture again down in the valleys. So unfortunately, we've seen a pretty bad series of events, fueling fires, adding lots of dry fuels to the atmosphere. But nonetheless, today is no different. We only have warmth in the forecast today. It's going to be hot. It's going to be smoky. If you can spend time inside, you'll definitely want to do so. About 100 degrees in Grand Junction today, 100 in Delta, and 95 in the Cortez area. And in Cortez, we're looking at about 96. If we're peeking at what's going on with your lows overnight, those are also abnormally warm. 70 degrees in Grand Junction, 62 in Delta and at Montrose, and about 54 in Cortez. But there is a change on the way, thankfully. Our temperatures will cool down from hitting 100 to hitting about 95. That doesn't sound like much of an improvement, but it could bring some rain as well. We have a cold front moving in at the end of the week. That cold front could bring us, again, a chance for moisture by Thursday. By Friday, a 30% chance of moisture, and then by the weekend, still sticking with that moisture. So that cool down is needed, and the moisture is needed as well. Looking at Montrose, we're looking at 95 degrees, 93 by Wednesday, and the moisture is certainly on the way. And if we take a peek at what's going on in the Delta area, the same thing is expected, 100 degrees turning to 99. And then before you know it, you'll be down in the 95-degree range with a little bit of rain on the way. So we need that cool down very desperately. And on your Cortez 7-day forecast, you'll see the same thing. A chance for rain moving into the forecast by Friday and Saturday, and a cool down in sight for the end of the week.